Hi everyone. In this video, I want to talk about relationships. I'm specifically making this video for those of you who have a physical disability or the challenges of chronic pain. There will be parts for others who are otherwise healthy and able-bodied. If you're watching this, I'm going to ask you sort of to filter what's for you so that I can reach out and support those people like myself who are trying to make the best out of life. When you're in a wheelchair, when you've got a physical disability, or when you have pain or migraines, not everyone is going to be able to relate to this. And people are going to have some challenges in understanding what you go through. There's going to be times where it's obvious to you what you're trying to explain, but the person you're talking to just isn't getting the concept or understanding what you're trying to say. And over the span of a few months, the relationship has become very tense, or you're starting to drift from a significant friend or even your spouse. I want to suggest to you there may be an easier way to do this. It starts by showing attention, care, and concern for the person that you're having a friendship with or a relationship with. It means being very focused on their needs, their day-to-day life, their activities. What this does for you is it will give you the ability and the context to speak into their life and also be heard when the natural shift takes, so that you can be understood for what you're going through. So I've made the mistake before where people don't always want to hear what you're going through with pain or because of the physical challenges that you live with. I've not done it to be mean or intentionally alienate anyone. It's come from having a body that very much defines what I can and can't do. And over time, it wears friends down in struggling how to understand how to relate to you. And so shifting focus on who the other person is, their interests, their life, will help in sort of resetting the relationship and starting over again. You need to have people in your life. We're made for relationships, knowing people, and interacting with others. I think that social networks have given a poor concept of what friends are. Like, you can't have 500 close friends that are regularly involved in your day-to-day life. I would think of having sort of a core group that you're openly talk about both the successes and the shortcomings in your life. And then beyond that, core group, there sort of be a second degree of friends that know you, and they may shift into that core group for a specific time in life and then kind of take a little bit backward spot. So I'll give you a practical example. If you had a house and the roof was leaking, I could see you rallying your friends around you with one or two people who understand how to do roofs and basically have a community roof building, replacing the shingles day where a lot of people have got together to help you, and they're going to be intimately involved in your life for a few days, planning this, making sure that you're not being physically worn out from your energy being used up. And then, after the new shingles are on, leaving that core and then moving to the outside of your life where you're still friendly and happy and grateful to know the person, but they're just not there on the day-to-day basis. There's the need to talk about when pain's debilitating. I find, Facebook groups and, different groups on other websites helpful where there's other people that are going through it and there's skills and attributes from their lives that you can adopt, and it will help, spur on your own quality of life. It's sometimes hard for someone who is not going through the pain or the physical challenges to understand what you're trying to say, and also how they can help you. I've had people tell me that they feel helpless reading my blog posts, and trying to figure out what it is they can do. An example of how I can involve someone in my life is if someone wanted to come and dust the walls and sweep the floor and get down their hands and knees and scrub the bathroom or perform yard work. It really does make a difference. These are things that I find hard, but there's usually them needing doing, or there's something around that can be done if someone's wanting to take part. Another way of helping is preparing a few meals ahead of time and bringing them over for the person's freezer and then just to be reheated when the time comes to consume them. I mean, you do need to talk about food allergies and preferences, but if you're easygoing with your meals, it's something that someone could do for you and help them feel that the relationship is give and take and balanced instead of sort of one way where you're always listening to them. I do think a gift of having a physical disability is having the time to listen to others, not fixing them and not making people a project, but simply listening and being a sounding board for someone. I want to get you thinking about what can help your quality of life, what can help relationships so you don't feel alone, and what you can do so that other people know that you're not just one-sided or appear to be shallow, even when it's unintentional. I'm going to suggest to you that you keep coffee grinds and a coffee maker in your home as well as powdered milk and stir sticks and the sugar that some people want in their coffee. Maybe you don't have the energy to go to a coffee shop to sit down with someone and visit, but if they came to your home, it'd be easy enough to put the coffee maker on and have the coffee facilitate a meaningful visit. That strategy has definitely helped me in my life, and having a few meals in the freezer, so if someone shows up, it's easy enough to offer, like what's in there right now is a beef stew that I made in my slow cooker. It'd be easy enough to offer someone one of these. I want to close with one other area that I have found really special. It's being able to listen and support the youth in the community where you're at. So a physical disability is extremely in your face. You can't hide it like some people do with their emotions when they're struggling. It's visible that you've got something wrong with your body or you're using a wheelchair. Over time, if it interests you, showing up at the skate park where there's ramps and stuff you could use with your wheelchair, going to family use swim on a certain day at a certain time, it would help you have an inroad and give you some purpose in your life. You do need to be sensible and have a lot of wisdom when interacting with youth and children. I find that youth like being listened to. You don't have to fix their world, but to show that you're a shadow in their life. There's just as well other opportunities to go into a nursing home and visit people who don't have family in the area and just spending time with them. Or you go there and you bring, a Scrabble board game or a word search and you just work together on it. There are lessons for you to be learned from seniors and the residents of nursing home. And certainly, many of them have time for you. So I want to suggest to you that there's a component in your life that's focused on giving back. And that giving back will actually challenge you as a person to grow. And it will help you with the skill set that you have something to contribute, even if you've got limited activity because of what's going on with your health. Most of my videos are shorter than this, but I wanted to take the time on this particular topic. I genuinely hope it will reach those who are needing it. Thanks so much for this time that you spent with me today. Bye for now.